Hi folks, thanks again for joining me. Another watercolour demo. This one I've used a photograph I took when I was in Sutton Park last. I'll show you the photograph in a sec and the colours and all that. First, just a quick book plug. This is Watercolour Paper Made Simple Volume 3. Loads of step-by-step photographs guiding you through each painting. That's available on Amazon. You'll see the link in the description if you fancy having a look. You can preview the first few pages on there if you want to just test it out. So let me quickly show you the colours and then we'll show you the photograph. So for this one we've got ultramarine, lemon yellow, Payne's grey. I didn't use the crimson, raw sienna, burnt umber and light red. So 6 colours for this one. 3 brushes, 99.9% of it done with a large Ron Ranson hake, and then the trees done with the rigger brush, and then the birds and the figures done with a size number 1 or 0 or something. That one is, I'm not sure, there's no writing on it. So there's the photograph I've been using. I've stuck fairly low to it, just changed 1 or 2 things as you'll see as the painting develops. So I'm just going to just lightly wet the paper, not too much, because I don't need too much blending going on in the sky or anything, because there's not that much sky in this painting. I'm just going to start off with a bit of raw sienna, and then next to that I've actually run out of ultramarine, so I'm just having to run out of ultramarine tubes of paint. I'm just waiting for some to come through the post, so I'll just about make do with what I've got here for now. Pop a bit in that side. And then I'm just going to use a clean brush and just take out just the lower sections of that, just so that these trees stand out a bit better. And for the trees I'm going to mix the same 2 colours together, a bit of raw sienna, ultramarine, a bit of burnt umber in there as well. And we'll start off down there. Just a little bit of lemon yellow in there as well. Just using the corner of the brush, work my way along, back into that ultramarine, a little bit of Payne's grey as well. Just level that off a little bit, bit of light red, a few little bushes in front of those, slightly more colourful. And just dab, 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 dab. Lemon yellow in there, and then a few things. There's a bush over, there's a tree there, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. That's the sort of background. I'm going to flick a few twigs and branches and things. Just flick it up with the rigger. I might even do a few with the fingernail as well. So I just have to excuse, I hope you can hear me okay. I've just got the rain banging on the roof. Let's do a few with this little one as well. Little rigger brush, see what I can do with this. Right, let's clean the brush. Now I want to get to a lighter colour. I'm just going to give it a bit of raw sienna. Bit of brown in there as well. Clean the brush again. I want to go back to the light. Bit on this side as well, I think. And then a bit of lemon yellow in there. Just bring this green up to where the path's going to be. And just sort of dab, dab, dab all the way around. All these little, the way the paint's sort of mixing on the paint, it just gives it all that little bit of interest. Just go like lemon yellow, and just a touch of Payne's grey. And then when you pull it in, see, look, you get all these different things happening on the paper. Look up a little bit as well. Bit of burnt umber. Bit of red. There is a paint, so I'm struggling to get any blue, which is a bit awkward, but I'll have to live with it. Obviously, as I get further and further away, I'm just looking for just tiny little dots. Very little detail as it goes that far. Okay. A few little darker bits down there, a few dark tones amongst all this foliage. Right, then I'm coming back onto this side now. So first of all, I just want to make sure it's flat against the board. So I'm just pulling the paper tight and re-clipping it with these clips. I'm going to clean the brush. Take that excess water off on the tea towel, and then I'm gonna, what should we do to start with? I'm just gonna go a bit of lemon yellow and put some of that Payne's grey into it as well. That's gonna, bit of brown. Now with all those darks, I'm just going to stick a lighter colour in there just to contrast. So in fact, let's just go a bit of raw sienna. And just throw a little bit in there as well. Now there's a tree in there as well, so I'm going to switch to the number 3 rigger. I'm going to go brown and blue. And this is going up there. Just keep reloading the brush, and there's a whole load of twigs and branches and things. There. Just paint them in en masse. That's the tree, and then coming in front of them, a bit of brown, just a bit of red in there as well. A bit of Payne's grey. I'm just flicking up, suggesting little bits of tufts of grass here and there. A few more on this side. Just flicking up with a hake brush. Like I say, they get just looking for little dots at that distance. Yeah, there's a slight mess of that, not to worry. Right. I want to put this path in now. So it's quite a muddy path. So I'm going to go a bit of red, a bit of brown, a bit of blue on there as well. And I'm just going to sweep it around like that, really quick. And then once that path's in place, I'm just going to push the grass up to it. I'm just going to go a bit of lemon yellow, just push it up to the edge of the path. So I just paused it for a second then, just so I could stand as far back as I could and look at it. So all I've just used the air dryer now just to give it a quick dry. So I'm going to start back now with the rigger brush. I'm going brown and blue, a bit more water. And throw a bit of Payne's grey in there as well, because I've hardly got any blue on the palette. And then we got these big foreground trees there. So I'm pressing down while I'm doing it, just to get a broader stroke, and just keep reloading the brush. Sort of wiggling it at the same time, just trying to get random shapes and patterns. Got a few things coming off the side, a few twigs and branches and whatnot. Let's put the other one in now. So same again, a bit of brown, a bit of Payne's grey. This one's coming up like that. More water. This one just branches off slightly at the top. And again, we've got a whole load of branches and twigs coming off that one. In fact, I've noticed that a lot of these branches and twigs are from the tree that are in front of it, but I'm not going to worry about that now. I have left it, there are some trees here as well, but I've left those out because I thought it'd get a bit too cluttered. There is like a smaller one just going up there. I'm just going to pop a smaller one in. That's just slightly out of shot. I'm just going to stick that one in there as well. That one's going behind this one, and it's going up in that direction. I think that's all. I don't want to overclutter it, so I'm going to leave it at that, I think, for now. Just strengthen that a bit at the bottom. Right then, shadows. So, back to the hake brush. Not too much water. I'm going brown, red, blue. I'll tell you what I'm getting. I'm getting, because I'm going right down into the depths of this blue that's on my palette, I'm getting all the hairs, all the old hairs that have been accumulating there over a long period of time. Right then. First I'm going to have something out of shot that's just casting a shadow across there like that. Got a shadow from this tree going across there. All these bushes and things. Shadows from these as well. Let's give that a quick dry. Just want to strengthen that one a little bit. To make the shadows from these ones on the bottom right just a little bit stronger. I'm just going to pick that out with a brush, pull that across. That's also the start of that one as well. Yeah, I think I'll leave it at that for now. Now, I want now a little man. Little man with his dog up here, so I want to do him quite small. So there's the bloke next to him, little dog next to him. And then I've got some shadows coming from them as well. Got a little bird up there. Let's do another couple. Another one there. Another one there. And then last of all, I'm going to stick my name down in this corner. I'm going to call that one finished. So let's stick a mount on it and see what it looks like. So here's our finished painting in the mounts. So let's have a quick look at the photograph I was working from. So you can see the photograph. I haven't changed too much. I've made a bit more of the light and cast some shadows along from this sort of diagonally down. You can see that basically it just looks more interesting with the shadows. The rest of it, I've kept it pretty similar. Very simple sky, and then we've got all these distant trees. A little bit of rigger work, just suggest a few faint trunks you can just about see. Scraped a few out with a fingernail, and then just in front of them, just put a few darker tones in there just to start the layers off and create that sense of depth. Coming down into the middle ground, then introducing lots of lemon yellow and just trying to change the colour of this grass. Try to get as much variation as I can. Right the way through into the foreground, the greens changing into the muddy browns. You can see once that background's dried, you put them in stronger, just helps again create that depth. And then here we've got a tree, just put in simply with the rigger brush, and then just flicked out loads of branches and twigs. Then again, to sort of accentuate the light, you see the nice sort of bright grasses on that area, and then these really dark shadows come in, a lot of them from out of shot, something sort of imaginary on this side, like maybe a big tree or something like that. And then we've got our path, sweeps in, snaking it round. Always looks better when it sort of sweeps. So our little man and his dog there, walking around the corner. So that's it for this one. I hope you enjoy that. Thanks as always for watching, and to all my patrons over at patreon.com/StephenCronin, much appreciated all your support. Remember, the books are on Amazon, the paintings are on eBay, all the links are in the description. So until next time, keep practicing. Any questions, please ask, and I'll see you again soon.